Coming up next on the Happy House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff, we are taking a look at what's new and trendy in houseplants, and making mac and cheese and making it special. And it's about to get real messy, but we don't care because we're outside and it's all about science. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Happi. I learned early on things are much easier with a little help. I also have a few tricks of my own to share. It's go time, people. Welcome to the Happy House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff. We're taking houseplants to the next level with trendy new ideas. Jesse, something's changed about you.
Well, I just thought, Happy, since we're talking about hipster houseplants, I would play the part. I'm not sure why you didn't want to wear a mustache.
Next time.
The benefits of wearing a mustache is when you peel it off, it's like a free lip wax.
You know what? That's a really great tip. All right, so there are so many new things around me that I'm seeing. I'm excited to talk about what you're going to teach us today. Are you taking that off?
I am.
Okay.
I can't. Okay. So first what we're going to start with is just a trio of containers. You know how we're seeing in all the magazines and things, coffee tables arranged at different levels, like high, medium, and low?
Yes.
We're going to kind of create the same look with houseplants, and you could even set them on tables, high, medium, and low. Mm-hmm. Now these containers are solid on the bottom, but you want to be more safe than sorry. So I always like to line my container with a plastic bag or something, and then we'll put a saucer inside. So if you could grab those saucers and just throw them in each container, that'd be great.
I love these containers. I love the
they're really neat, kind of modern. This is a cymbidium orchid, and they're blooming January, February, and March in our area in most places. Super easy to take care of. They love bright light, and they can kind of dry out in between watering. So just set him in there, him or her, I don't know, hims or her. So that's really pretty.
That one's good.
I kind of thought it'd be fun to accessorize our orchid with some pussy willows. So why don't you just work on sticking those in there? And those could also be used to kind of hold up the blooms or as stakes.
I never would have thought of using pussy willows with a plant like this.
This is about a 10-inch container, and what I've prepared for this is a combination of bromeliads. And bromeliads are really cool because, as you can see, the foliage is just really interesting, kind of spotted, camouflagey. These are actually leaves, and those will eventually flower. So we can see if we stick this in here, it's going to sink to the bottom and it'll look like it's choking. So we need to raise it up a little bit. So I just stack some plastic pots to get it to the height that I want. Yep.
There it is.
There it is. I did practice this before. And you can even take this out simply and bring it to the bathtub to water it. So we're going to stick that in there. It's kind of just a little drop in.
Beautiful.
I have some things we can stick in there if you want.
Okay.
Maybe in the middle. Kind of just chunk it up. Right there. So bromeliads are really easy to take care of. Again, bright light. They like to dry through. I've had them in cooler places in the home. Like, they can't freeze. That would be terrible.
Right.
But they can be a little bit cooler or in a drafty area.
Yeah, I love this arrangement.
So should we move that down? So we're kind of working on our grouping, and then you can move down closer to me. Okay, so in this container, we're going to put a citrus, and this is actually a lemon. Take a quick whiff of those flowers.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Aren't they amazing?
Yes.
So this, I don't know, it's like intoxicating. So to raise up this guy, we have a clay pot here. It's going to be kind of a riser, so just stick him in there, upside down, and then, ooh, we just set him in kind of like that.
That is beautiful. That would light up your home.
Mm-hmm. You could kind of do a grouping of plants together in a corner or on plant stands. So next what we're going to do is I wanted to show you this really interesting basket that you could do in your house.
It's kind of retro looking in a way.
Totally retro. So because it is a retro looking container, we're going to put some retro looking plants in there. Why don't you untie that and I'll talk about the plant.
I was sort of wondering how you got the plants in here, and then I'm now seeing the secrets.
Yes. Untie it. Let it loose. Woohoo. So what I did here is I combined two different plants together. We have an oak leaf ivy, which is really retro, like your grandma's plant. And these are low light plants that will do great in a lower light area. And they can be trimmed and pruned as they kind of grow down.
Okay.
And so what I did here is I got a bulb pan and I kind of opened up these guys and slid it, snuggied it down.
Yep.
And then I filled in my potting soil and planted my plants while it was in here, and then
tied it closed.
went back and tied it closed. So in this one here, we have a really neat plant that's newer for us. It's called the mahogany fern, and then this ivy is called neon, Algerian ivy, and the bright green. People are really into that. And again, low light plants for a low light area.
This would look great also on a larger like dining room table or something like that as a centerpiece. So
Yeah.
I love it.
So I chose these log planters because they're kind of rustic, kind of whimsy, but really neat. Now, these do not have a drain hole, so we're just going to arrange pots within the container
And then
in their
they will
current
drain,
pots, and they
yes.
have drainage. That way you can take them out and take them to the sink and water them that way.
I love that.
We're each going to take 2 violets and 1 not flowering plant.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick, this is a Hypoestes or polka dot plant, and it's got that really cute pink foliage. I love it because it's so girly, and I think it looks really cute and girly with the violets.
Yes.
And violets are coming back. They're retro. People love them. Easy
And
to
what's
take
this
care
called?
of. This is called Selaginilla moss. This one likes a lot of moisture,
Okay.
does not like to dry out, and it kind of just
a
trails
trail.
down. And if you need to, you know, manage it a little bit, you just do that.
Okay.
Same with this guy. This guy you can pinch to keep it the size that you want, just like you do your coleus outdoors. So then I think I'm going to do the purple violets.
Are
so
you
these
really?
are, I think so, unless
Okay.
you want them.
Well, no, I was thinking you were going to pick the pink, but okay, purple.
I tricked you. Okay. So I'm going to do the purple violets. And violets, they don't like cold water on their leaves. So you're going to want to make sure to water them from the bottom. So you can just set them in kind of a saucer or a pan with water, and they just suck up the water that way.
So not water from the top, obviously.
Right. Because if the leaves get wet, they kind of get discolored and funky looking.
Okay.
So that is that. And I think this would look great on a windowsill, down a table,
Yes.
setting
really
aside.
pretty.
Super cute.
Like I'm angling my moss. I want it to show more.
Yeah. Fluff it up.
Yep, there. Oh, there. It's pretty.
So that's that.
These were really easy, and again, this would make a great gift. It's going to be a great centerpiece, and I love the fact that you don't have to worry about the drainage and put rocks and things in because it's just happening all in the bottom of this.
And no planting at home.
Yes.
Just plopping.
No planting, just
Plopping.
That's my kind of project.
You got it.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessie. I love everything we saw today.
Great. I'm glad.
Coming up next on the Happi House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff. It's all about mac and cheese and making it special. My family loves macaroni and cheese, and a while ago I looked for a recipe to make homemade macaroni and cheese and found a lot of them to be really complicated, listing so many cheeses and so many ingredients, and I thought to myself there must be an easier way to do this. So I found a recipe and sort of experimented, and then finally found a foolproof way to make an easy homemade macaroni and cheese. A lot of times when people think about making macaroni and cheese, they make the big casserole, which is great. This feeds an entire family and it's a great side dish. You can bring it to parties and it's always a hit. You can also take this out of the casserole pan once you've baked it, put it in a crock pot and keep it on keep warm. People can help themselves to it. However, I like to do a lot of entertaining, and I decided macaroni and cheese is such a hit, but a lot of times people like to have individual servings of things, or I actually just like to serve individual things in adorable containers because it dresses up the table. So you take something kind of simple but delicious and dress it up for your party. So I've already assembled this big macaroni and cheese, but I am going to show you how easy it is to make the recipe and create these mini mac and cheeses and then bake them up. And then we'll show you how to make it even more special for your party. The first ingredient is, or actually the first step is to spray down your container, whatever you're going to bake the mac and cheese in, with just some cooking spray. And I use coconut oil spray. So then we've got a container that's coated so your mac and cheese is not going to stick to it. And then it's pre-boiling the elbow mac and putting a thin layer in the container. So this is a layered mac and cheese. So you're not going to want to put too much pasta in the bottom at first. Just covering the bottom. Just like that. Then the next step is, and this was sort of something that wasn't intuitive to me, but is you're going to sprinkle just a little bit of flour on top of this first layer of noodles. Just like that. Then is the butter, that comes next. So you basically want to take hard butter, and I used butter from the fridge, and then cut it into parts and then stuck it in the freezer for a while. So it would be nice and firm when I put it into my casserole pan. Then of course, it wouldn't be macaroni and cheese without cheese. So I just got a mix here of mozzarella and cheddar. You can use a spicy, like a pepper jack, you can use whatever you want. But I just like to make up this mix right here. And of course I buy it pre-shredded because that's how I roll. I like to make things easy. So I'm just going to, as I typically do with cooking, put some cheese in here, but a lot of cheese. I like to have a lot of cheese in there. So then I've created my base layer. And then what comes next is more butter. And more pasta to create our top layer. Just like that. And more cheese. So we're gonna layer that on the top. And then finally, we are going to put a little bit more, wait for it, butter. And then we are going to pour, we're gonna pour some breadcrumbs on the top to create a nice topping. So I've added my final layer of pasta and butter and cheese. And now what I'm going to do is add milk, but I actually flavor the milk with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. So when you're making a 9x13 container of this macaroni and cheese, it would be 1 cup milk, and it's whole milk, and then 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Since I'm making small containers, I'm going to divvy up the milk across all of the 4 mini containers. But right now I'm just gonna pour in this Worcestershire sauce. I'm not gonna measure it. I've made this so many times, it's just kind of an about for me. So that was about a teaspoon right there. You don't want to see the milk coming to the top of the container. You want it's just a layer. It's going to help moisturize the macaroni and cheese as it bakes and make it nice and soft. So you pour a little bit of the milk in. Final step is we are going to put some more butter on top and add our breadcrumbs. So I've added some butter here, and then I'm just going to sprinkle. When you make a 9x13 pan of macaroni and cheese, you bake it at 350 covered for 40 minutes or until bubbly. A lot of times I like to take the cover off at the very end, turn up the temp for like 5 more minutes and let it get nice and crusty on the top. These little guys are not gonna take 40 minutes. Probably I'm gonna check them after right around 30. All right, now I'm gonna cover it up. And when I use big containers, of course, they typically have a lid. So when I do put the foil on something small like this, I pinch it at the sides and ends, but I like to leave a little bit of space so all of my topping doesn't come off then when I take the foil off. All right, so easy peasy. I'm gonna finish making my final 3. We're gonna stick these guys in the oven, and I'm gonna show you something fun to do with these little mini mac and cheeses. I just have taken the mini mac and cheeses out of the oven. It took right around 30 minutes, and then I took the covers off and spiked the temp to like 450 to give us a nice crusty top, because the crusty edges and top are the best part of the macaroni and cheese. So now what I'm going to do, if I were having people over for dinner, I probably would have made 4, 6, 8, and I do happen to have all matching dishes, but like ramekins work great for this and all kinds of different dishes. So they don't need to match. That actually adds charm to your table. So you can make a whole bunch of mini mac and cheeses. And then what's fun is you can either have a mac and cheese bar or just put toppings on your table. So everybody's little portion can then be customized to what they want. We have some salsa here, and that makes a nice addition. This is a spicy salsa, but oftentimes I'll get like a mango salsa, so anything goes. And then we've got some bacon pieces, which is always critical. Bacon makes everything better, honestly. And then I'm gonna move this back over here. I chopped up some scallions, and I didn't brown these, but you can sort of saute these and make them a little warmer and just sort of crunchier. And then my kids have to put Cholula sauce on everything. So anytime we have any kind of bar or any kind of make your own, we have to have this thing. You could also use diced ham, chicken, any kind of other flavorings that appeal to your family. It is time to eat. The mac and cheese is ready. Coming up next on the Happi House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff, it's about to get real messy, but we don't care because we're outside and it's all about science. It's even more fun with science. We are combining our slime making and our volcano making, from what I understand, Liz.
That is correct.
To make what?
To make foaming slime or slime volcanoes. What do you guys think we should call them?
Slimey volcanoes. Crazy
Okay, slime-any volcanoes.
Slimy
I like
volcanoes,
it.
yes.
Good name.
Okay.
Volcanoes.
So I'm guessing, just like we always do, we're using things from our own kitchen. Is that correct?
We are. We're using glue, vinegar, baking soda, and borax laundry detergent.
Okay.
So that's a question I was going to ask the kids. Do you remember what we need to make a volcano? What two chemicals? We need vinegar and
Baking soda.
yeah. That's right. And then to make the slime, we needed borax laundry detergent and what else?
Food coloring.
Food coloring and glue.
Glue.
Yeah. I kind of played around with this experiment and figured out like the different ways to combine things so we could make the most slime we could. Now, who remembers what kind of gas we made when we combined baking soda and vinegar? Carbon dioxide, right? Okay, so what we're doing today is we are combining glue and vinegar in a cup. And I have some glue and vinegar cups in a tray right there. And then in your bottles, I have water. I have about 5 spoonfuls of baking soda and a spoonful of borax. So that's all the ingredients for the two reactions. Now what we're gonna do first is everyone is going to take a cup of glue. Can everyone reach 1 cup of glue and vinegar mix? So it's sort of equal parts glue and vinegar. And I just put them in a paper bathroom pouring cup.
So this is a little concoction of like baking soda, vinegar, and water.
This is water, 5 spoonfuls of baking soda and a spoonful of borax.
Got it.
Yep.
It's the borax, the baking soda, and the water.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and in their little bathroom cups, they have about half glue and half vinegar.
Got it.
So that's what we need for our reaction. Now, do you guys want to make white slime or colorful slime?
Colorful.
Yeah, so everyone put a few drops of food coloring in your, not in your bottle, in your glue mix.
Uh-huh.
And then stir it up really well. So put it in your glue, that's right, stir it up really well. Everything's more fun with food coloring, right?
The color makes it all better.
Yeah,
honestly.
And when you're outside, do you really have to worry about staining stuff other than
No.
clothes? No.
That's what I love about doing science outside.
Yeah,
Can
it
you
rocks.
help?
Oh, I'm happy to help. Okay, now go ahead and stir it up.
These look
Okay.
like gnomes.
They do look like gnomes. Oh, that's a little
Gnomes.
craft project for you, Happy.
Coming
Put
up next on the Happi House,
some little
gnome
eyes.
bottles. Yes, okay.
Okay, so what you're gonna do now is you're going to pick up your bottle of water and baking soda and borax and really shake it up well. We're gonna mix it, mix it up. Shake it up. Okay,
Shake, shake,
shake, shake, shake. Now set it down on the ground in front of you and take the lid off. Okay? Nice. And now we're gonna start our chemical reaction. We're gonna make our glue with bubbles trapped in it. Make a little pouring spout on your cup and go ahead and pour that glue vinegar solution down into the water, okay? Or not the water, down into your water with borax and baking
need
soda.
help.
I'll help you. So you did a good job mixing.
Yeah, here. So mix it up.
All right, you
and
ready? You
then
want to help me?
Make
Can you
our
help
little-
me?
Remember we've got it.
Mine is exploding.
Make it.
Well, it's not going to explode quite like the volcano, but look at that. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. It's tipping. Oh, we got some slime on the ground, but it doesn't matter because we're
No.
outside.
Can I touch it?
Okay. Do you guys want to touch your slime?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, look how, is it puffy? Okay, that is really good slime, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at
Oh,
yours.
that's good.
Okay, so what we've done is we've made the slime, but while the glue molecules are cross-linking, the carbon dioxide bubbles get trapped inside and it's awesome.
It almost
right?
looks like shaving cream in a way, but I don't
It
know if
kind
it
of
feels
does.
like that.
Well, I think you should feel it.
Maybe.
Yeah, come on. How does it feel, you guys?
Oh,
Squishing the
it is
blood
slimy.
It's slimy.
Oh,
So, what do you think?
I love it.
We combine the two experiments.
they're alien.
I think, how did you, when you do your experiments, Liz, and I know you are a scientist by profession, but how do you even come up with these things? You just try things?
I do.
Yeah.
So, you know, the volcano experiment is a classic science experiment.
Yes.
The slime is another classic one. But I do lots of outreach with kids, and they're always mixing stuff together when we're done, adding more of this and that. And I thought, I wonder what would happen if I tried to combine these. So I just literally messed up my kitchen table, played with it until I figured it out.
So sometimes with science, more is more.
More is more.
More is more. I love your book too, this outdoor science lab for kids. One, I love getting outside with my kids, but two, everything is so easy and accessible, and the kids learn, but they're having fun.
They're having fun, and they're getting some fresh air in the process.
That's the most important part. We need to do some winter experiments.
Oh, I'm in.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Just keep looking at me. Becky, go ahead.
Stop.
Okay. Keep looking at me. I need a good picture.